Hey guys, welcome into another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about crypto mining. So we're just going to do an update video, kind of where I'm at. You'll notice this Excel document that I've got is a lot different to how it last was. I've tidied it up a lot. Pretty much just made it more interactive so you can come in and change stuff. For example, the 6600 XT that just keeps going up in price here. That's a 3060 Ti. If we come over to the 6600 XT, it's actually been changing price. So you can see the cheapest one on PBTech is now 879, and it's also not in stock. If you're looking for the cheapest one in stock, it's all the way up at 950. But yeah, I wouldn't be buying that. I have been looking at Divigen. Actually, I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Divinigen. I have no idea. I've been looking at them for GPUs as well. Like some of them are actually cheaper, or at least some of them that are in stock are cheaper. So I haven't bought any from there yet, but I might have to if it gets to the point where I have money and want to buy a GPU and PBTech doesn't have it. Yeah, 3060 Ti's, so they've been going up in price as well. You can see I'm searching for 3060 Ti's and it's sorted by lowest price, and the first one that comes up is 1129, which for the two that I've bought already I paid 1049 and 1079. So I'm not willing to pay that increased price, 1129. But you'll see Divigen has one in stock at that price, but they also have this one here, 1078, which is what I bought one of them for, or 1079 is what I bought one of them for. So it's the exact same card by the looks of it, and in stock at supplier, 2 to 3 days back order, so could be worth using Divinigen for GPUs. Most of their other parts are a bit too expensive, and I do trust PBTech more, but then PBTech also has a lot of these one per customer rules, which I mean is fair enough. Gamers need stuff too. Yeah, so in this document, so what was the new price of that? It was like 879, I believe. So we can actually go in and change these numbers. And if you look along here, you'll see like all these days just updated. Change it back and you see all these numbers here change. So that's really useful, because these numbers won't stay the same all the time, they'll change. So I'm going to leave this document up for download, and if you guys want to come in and you know the prices have changed on here, then you can come in and change, or if you have a different supplier or something and you've got different prices, you can change the numbers on there. Also the Raven coin per day, so that will change on a daily basis, and hash rate and watts could change, especially the LHR ones, depending on what level of LHR unlock and stuff you've got. Power, probably not going to change. So these ones are set at 26 cents per kilowatt hour, so if you wanted to change that, you'd actually have to go into all of these calculations and change it. And then another interactive thing I've got here, so you can change this price. So say you think Ravencoin is going to go up to 0.2, punch that in there and it'll change all down this column, and it'll also change this column here. Unfortunately didn't have to change that there, that's not linked. But yeah, if we change both of those back, so I feel like 15 cents is a lot more realistic, so I got that number in there. And then this number here is actually 0.112, which is what Ravencoin is currently trading at, I believe. So come over 0.114. So then we can go back into the document, edit that, change it to 0.114, update, and it'll change these numbers slightly. Although for it to actually be accurate, you'd have to come and do this calculation again on what to mine. So just chuck these two numbers into what to mine, and it'll tell you that number. Because that changes depending on the difficulty of mining. These numbers are non-interactive, so that's just a ranking. So you'd have to change those, but I've just put those in there to show you like which graphics card is doing the best at the moment, based on the prices that I can find these cards for at PBTech. I am going to leave the numbers unchanged from when I found them. These have been going up, like I said. The 6600 XT has gone up in price, and so has the 3060 Ti. But I do not want to be paying any more than these prices here, so I've just left the prices unchanged, and if they don't drop back down to these prices or close to them, then I just won't buy them. So yeah, we got number one here is the 3060 Ti for Ravencoin. That's due to the fact that 3060 Ti's are limited. They are a limited hash rate, along with all the other limited hash rate cards you see on the side here. They are more than likely going to do better on Ravencoin than Ethereum. Although, that said, these numbers are the semi-unlocked numbers from NB Miner. They have, I think it's around a 70% unlock of the hash rate for Ethereum. But yeah, Ravencoin isn't limited on low hash rate cards. That said, there is also a new form of unlock. There's a dual mining unlock by T-Rex Miner. So that means you can mine two different coins at the same time using roughly 30% of your hash rate for Ethereum, and then the other 70% for the other coin, which can be one of a few different coins. I think Conflux and Ergo and Ravencoin were some of them. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, dual mining is an option, and that basically puts you at probably the highest profitability you're going to get from a limited hash rate card. And because that's recently come out and it's all in the news at the moment and everything, I would guess that a lot of these low hash rate cards are going to go up in price, same as how their non-LHR variants have gone up an insane amount in price. So yeah, who knows? Might see that happening. Yeah, also when you adjust any of these like cost numbers and stuff, these numbers at the end will adjust. The rig cost has used a base $800 fee for the rest of the rig, which should be doable for a full rig. This is kind of the expenses for a full rig here. I mean, if we temporarily drop that number out, what is it? 566 for a rig minus the graphics cards. So these are some of the costs that I could find. For a lot of them it was the cheapest. Some of them I did go up, so I had like a $109 power supply before, but I've gone for the server power supply, a 1200 watt server power supply with breakout board and cables. So this is also all the expenses that I've spent on the whole, well, just on crypto mining in general. I haven't necessarily used all these things for the rig, but this is, as you can see, all the deductible expenses, so it's everything I've spent in order to make an income from crypto mining. Yeah, so all these numbers on this chart are interactive as well, so you can come in and change, like to figure out the cost of your mining rig. Say you're doing the 3060 Ti rig, $7,040 if you're going with these same numbers, but you can change any of these numbers and it will change, the total numbers. Same down here, profitability on Ethereum. So you just change these numbers. You take these two numbers, put them into watt to mine, so the mega hash and the watts, put them into watt to mine, and it will give you this number. So you just chuck this number in here, and the rest of it will pre-populate and tell you how many days to pay off and how much you can pay for it, or how much you should pay for that card for a 400-day payoff. So that's just, yeah, it's set at 400-day payoff. If you want something less than that, you can just come in, edit this, 400, 300. So you should pay $705 for this graphics card. Good luck finding it for that. You just won't find it for that. You also won't find it for 987. This is calculating it at Ethereum 3K. So to change that, I mean, Ethereum's currently 3600, so we can check it down to there, and then suddenly you can pay a lot more for this card. Just change it to 3.6k, and then that's, yeah, a little bit more accurate for current. I just had those calculations for just to play it safe, really. And then again down here on Ravencoin, mega hash, the watts the watts that it uses. Obviously I've changed this now. This was originally for actually I can't even remember what rig this was for. It might have been the 6600 XT, so for a rig of 6600 XTs, this was the hash rate that you'd be getting on Ravencoin, which your 6600 XTs are better at mining Ethereum, so that payoff's going to be better, especially if you chucked in what it's currently at, which is at 0.114. That'll all update, and current payoff is 463 days. But if it goes up to 15 cents, 330 days, and if it goes all the way down to, call it 9 cents, 634 days. So yeah, you can play with a lot of these numbers. Remember that this number should be updated on the day that you're doing it in order to get a more accurate number, because that mining difficulty varies on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's the big variable one. Also the cost, obviously, that's variable, very variable. Yeah, now we're back to this table actually. So this one gives you what's the most profitable for each of these two coins. I haven't looked at any other coins yet, although I know some are more profitable than Ravencoin, so I should probably look into them at some point. But this is basically going to show you my reasoning for the cards that I bought. So you can see the 6600 XT here is number one for Ethereum, and it's actually number one by a long or a large margin. Even if you update it to like the current price, whatever that was, is it 6600 XT? So remove that search feature, should be top one here, and so we've got $879 here. But in terms of what's available, if we come over here, 6600 XT, so 929. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be the best price we have at the moment. 950, so 929. If we update the cost of this GPU to 929, and the days went from 236, well, sorry, sorry, I'll look at the previous number. So for 3.6k, 265 day payoff, which is really good, to, I forgot that number again, 929. So looking here, 265 days to 290 days. So if you can get it at the lower price, obviously go for that. But this is still, Ethereum is still, I mean, sorry, the 6600 XT is still number one for Ethereum. So yeah, like by a large margin, especially if you get them for $849. So that's why because it's such a large margin, I accept the risk that this will be much less efficient after Ethereum goes to proof of stake. Whatever other coin I put it on, it's probably going to be a lot less efficient, especially if I put it on Ravencoin. So I accept that risk because it's so profitable right now. And the other one that I've obviously bought two of, the 3060 Ti, is ranked number 1 for Ravencoin, which at current prices, 0.114, we'll just change these. I already changed that one. So, yeah, 0.114, 3060 Ti, 327 days payoff, and with a full rig, you'll be getting $19.81 per day. But yeah, that number's the most important one, I'd say, the days to pay off. And because it's ranked number 1 for Ravencoin, and if you look down here, it's actually number 2 for Ethereum. That's why I've bought two of those, because it's not only is it doing good now for Ethereum, it's also future-proofed for when I have to switch to Ravencoin after the proof of stake switch for Ethereum. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind getting that. Some of you might also be wondering like why I think these cards are the best, but then maybe you've seen other YouTubers say like, oh no, these cards are the best, these pay themselves off the fastest and stuff like that. It's pretty much all due to the cost that we're paying for the cards. So if you're watching a miner in the US, they're probably going to have much different prices to the ones that we've got here in New Zealand. So if you're in New Zealand, you're probably going to have much closer to the prices that I have. And also remember all the conversions and stuff you got to convert to from US dollars. Like all of these are in US dollars, so you got to actually change some of the like convert everything. So you see in here I've gone for a conversion rate of 1.42. It's another thing you can update. Although I haven't made it interactive, you'd have to go into each individual square and change the 1.42 to whatever the current exchange rate is. But yeah, keeping in mind all those considerations, and yeah, mainly the cost of the cards. So they might say that I know a lot of them say that the 3070 Ti is a really good card to get, and yeah, well, it's not like a whole lot worse than the 3060 Ti, but the fact that we can get this card for this price and this card for this price means that the 3060 Ti does better. I assume they're getting the 3070 Ti for either a lower price, or the 3060 Ti is a higher price, which is how they end up with such a different number. Yeah, so hopefully that explains that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. All the interactive charts. I've only got these 3 pages left on this. If you look at this last page, it's got every single dollar I've spent on crypto mining. Some of it is like extra stuff that I actually just have sitting around. Some of it hasn't arrived yet. For example, this 3060 Ti hasn't arrived yet, and a lot of these, like these cables, these fans, they haven't arrived yet. Some of these like bits of aluminium I haven't actually got yet. I mean, sorry, no, I have got them. I haven't used them yet. And the self-tapping screws I don't think I'm going to use at all, but because I did buy them for the purpose of crypto mining, I've put it all into the deductible expenses column, and that means that when it comes to tax time, I can deduct those expenses from my income, my crypto income, which I will have to pay tax on, of course, because I'm planning to sell it for cash flow. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for this video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll keep putting up update videos on where my crypto's at. I mean, I can actually just show you my cards mining at the moment. This is the 3060 Ti. It's the hash rate is kind of variable on this one. If we refresh it, it'll probably go up. But 30 is pretty much as low as it goes, and it goes all the way up to 42. So it's pretty unreliable. I assume it's due to the LHR unlock. And this is so my current unpaid balance of about 22.78 USD, but it's actually in Ethereum, so it's 0.00634 Ethereum. And you can see my shares and stuff. And this has all like both my rigs going on it. So the actual rig, and it also has the computer that I'm currently on. So it's just mining away there. Yep. So once this gets to 100 New Zealand dollars, I'll be trying to cash out through Easy Crypto here. So I'll give that a shot, getting it all the way back to New Zealand dollars. And yeah, hopefully that goes according to plan and we don't pay too many fees. 35 mega hash. I mean, if we keep refreshing it, it'll eventually go up to 42 at some point. But yeah, it is a variable hash rate. You can see there's still a few times where the GPUs drop out, but they're pretty good at quickly correcting themselves. And you can see the hash rate between 68 and 74, I think, is as high as it goes. Yeah, 74 and a half. So this is just for the rig. It's not for this computer. Yeah, so going pretty well on that, on the whole thing really. Excited to get a new GPU hopefully tomorrow, 3060 Ti, chuck it in again into this rig and get even more hash rate, up to 38 now. And yeah, pretty excited watching crypto go up at the moment as well. It's going up heaps. Yeah, all the way at 7,400 on a cost basis of $2,000 in this portfolio, crypto portfolio. So huge gains in that, over $5,000 profit. And yeah, Ethereum almost 3,600, and Ravencoin, yeah, as we looked before, 0.114. And yeah, all the other cryptos are doing pretty well at the moment as well. Huge gains and closing in on all-time highs. The highest this portfolio has been is $8,000. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got in today's video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave any video ideas as well in the comments. See ya.